everyone. Thanks so much for joining me here today as we get to talk about one of my favorite subjects, comic books. My name is Jose. I love comic books. I love talking about them. I love sharing them with you. Follow me on social media, links in the description below. I will also have a link to this story through the Marvel fan site that you can kind of look at the plot. I'm just kind of gonna go overview. So it was Jack Kirby's birthday this week, and I was so busy. I wanted to do a video, but I just didn't have the time till today. So, um, this is Fantastic Four number 5, first appearance of Doctor Doom. I do not own this issue, but as I've always stated, I only show you stuff that I own. I do have the actually I have two versions of the story. I have the Marvel. Oh my gosh, the for my I forgot what they're called. The Marvel. Oh, treasure. They were the treasuries, I think. The Marvel Masterworks. That's what they are. So I have the Marvel's Masterworks, but I also have the Epic Collection, which is essentially two Marvel Masterworks in one. So this is very early on into their run. This is from 1962. So um, very early in the Fantastic Four mythos. So again, I am not really going to spend too much time on the plot. But feel free to go to the Marvel fan site, and the links are in the description below, and you can kind of take a look at as to what the plot is. So we're right now going to concentrate just on looking through the story here. Jack Kirby during this time, he was the Marvel man. He was in charge of pretty much everything. The thing kind of is, they're still developing. It looks more like a concrete, that Paul Chadwick concrete character. This is what, or rather, we should say the concrete looks like what the thing used to look like before the thing sort of became more established. So, everybody knows, of course, Mr. Fantastic, uh, the Human Torch, the Invisible Woman. So, and it was always established from very early on that Johnny Storm, Johnny Storm's supposed to be a teenager. Now they do grow him up a little bit more in modern times, but he's supposed to be around a teenager, and him and Ben Grimm are always going at it. So, um, I like one helicopter brings in a super net to engulf the entire building. So, and the Human Torch is not able to go through. It's just Doctor Doom flying his own. Oh my goodness gracious! Early on comic books, I tell ya. So, Doctor Doom, of course, know who Victor Von Doom is. They had already established, or not already, but it's since been established. Most people should know the origin, but you can in that Marvel database or Marvel fan site, week, whatever you want to call it. You can look up the origin of Doctor Doom. It'll be there. Right now, we're just kind of, like I said, it was Jack Kirby's birthday. So I just said, oh, it'd be a treat to go through the first Fantastic Four. So, love the color choice of red. So, look how the credits used to be Stan Lee and Jay Kirby. I mean, what else does it matter? So I'm not the hugest Jack Kirby fan. However, I do understand those that do like him. I do respect the his ability and his creativity. So those are two things that I completely understand and respect. Back then, they had to put in a lot of stories, so you see a lot of panels that you just don't see in today's stories. So one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 panels here. So most stories now, they are double page splashes. You know, you don't get that much story per se. So this is the time machine. And you just don't you see everything go through a 6 issue story arc as opposed to everything's one and done in a quick. So, and Jack Kirby was responsible for quite a few issues. I mean, we're already in part three, and how many pages are we in this? 11 pages, and we're already in part three. So these stories had to, um, uh, you know, you just had to get these things to be able to give people a cohesive story instead of dragging this out through 6 issues. Most of the time, they were done in one or two and three at the most, but it's 3 issue story arc back then was rare. But it's the equivalent, most likely, of like a 6 or 7 issue arc. Love the signatures here for both of them. So, so Doctor Doom basically sent them to the past. Is essentially what we have here. Human Torch is still evolving a little bit, but he doesn't look as silly as he did in that first issue. That first issue just was not thrilled with how he was drawn, but and so you know, these stories were silly, but you know, that's what comic books sort of were, but they're fun, and that's the whole point of comic books. It's just having a little fun. So we're now in part five. Look at that, 5 parts in a comic book. So they have returned with the prize that Doctor Doom wanted. So, and of course, now we established the Doom bots. So, and this, of course, the Invisible Woman is invisible. That's how they show. And Fantastic Four escape. That's kind of cool. Had the jet pack already gonna go. So 23 pages. So first Doctor Doom. Thought it'd be kind of fun, short little video, kind of something to post for his birthday. Like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.